Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster. So, this is a little bit weird. I'm recording from my phone. I've been doing that a lot for my recent videos, except for my Joker review. Reason being, just a little quick, because I'm just trying to test this out for the recordings for tonight and tomorrow. So, I just want to test it out. So I don't have to keep on moving my camera from inside all the time, and it's always a hassle. So I just want to make sure to test it out. Okay, let's talk about Batwoman. So I didn't do a reaction to this show for this episode. I decided that I was just going to stay in my room and watch the episode by myself and see what's happening with that. And I'm glad I didn't do a reaction to it because I had quite a couple of things to say. I wrote down some notes on my phone, but I can't read it because I'm recording from my phone. I didn't think this through. But I'm just going to go based off of memory. Things that I liked so far. And before I even get to the things that I like, this show has already been like getting a lot of negative attention due to Ruby Rose and the whole what people claim a feminist agenda and what people are claiming it to be this forced agenda thing. And it's just since the trailers, this show has not been getting like any praise at all whatsoever. Some things I found cheesy. I showed this trailer to my girlfriend again yesterday, and she thought a lot of the stuff from the trailer was pretty cheesy, and some things I did find cheesy. So I said, you know what? As I'm going into this, I'm going to watch this show from a non-biased point of view. I'm going to watch this show with an open mind and see if I actually like the show compared to what people are making it out to be already before even watching it. And I will say there's some things that was all right, and there's some things that just ugh. So one thing to note about this show doesn't pick off from where we saw Batwoman introduced to us in the Elseworlds crossover. This episode just takes place like before all of that. So there's no suit, there's no nothing. We're getting an introduction to Kate Kane and this whole entire thing. We're not getting any, continuation from Elseworlds as far as this episode. And the preview for the next episode looks to be the same way. So the show just opens up with Kate underneath this ice structure, and she just got thrown into it. I'm like, okay, we're just thrown into this. You're getting a little narration over it, and then she's just trying to come out of it. And it's like, all right, they're trying to make her seem really cool, really awesome. And in the comic book, she is, there's no taking away from that. And one positive thing to note from that is that I actually do like the theme song for this show. Like, I like the theme song. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy who does all the other Arrowverse stuff, but I really am loving the music. I'm loving the theme song, and it's really fun. Like, I just like it's catchy. They played it throughout this episode a few times, and it was just like, okay, I like this, I like where it's going, I like that. And some stuff, like the whole flow of the episode just kind of felt weird, but it was cool to see Gotham again. It was cool to see certain aspects of this. Ruby Rose's dialogue was very like next to none. She just had very generic sayings, some generic things. Some of the acting just kind of felt like very monotone and just very like expressionless. I don't know, I guess it's because maybe they're trying to replicate the character very well. Like, if that's what the character would sound like, I'm guessing that's what it would sound like. So there's no major argument there. But anyways, fast forward, she gets a call that her ex got captured, and she does this, and then she comes back into Gotham, and it was cool seeing Gotham again. I mean, it's weird because I spent, on last week Thursday, I saw Joker, fantastic film. I loved it. If you guys didn't see my review, check it out. But, I saw Gotham represented in a way that I've never seen before on screen. And now we get back to this little Gotham, and it's just like, so it's kind of a weird dynamic, but it was nice to see Gotham again on the live action television stuff. It was cool to see that again. Because I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, this show is very basic. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing that screams, I want to watch Batwoman. I'm so excited for this show. I want to see it. And it just felt very generic. A lot of the moves, the fight choreography was really good in one scene, like in the tunnels. When Kate was down there, it was pretty good choreography. She's grabbing pans. She's throwing it at people. That was really cool to see. Like, I was smiling a little bit during that scene. But just the buildup of the story just kind of felt a little weird and just off-putting. A lot of the characters, I felt that I like, some of the other characters just like, we got a Luke Fox in here, so I didn't know that the character would be Luke Fox, but we got Luke Fox, maybe possible future Batwing tie over to another season, we could possibly see Batwing introduced to us in the future. So that would be really cool to see him introduced to that. Maybe a Batman cameo at some point, or maybe a Bruce cameo. I know they're doing something like that in Titans. But just the dialogue and some parts are just kind of cheesy and boring. I just found the episode just kind of boring, you know? Like a pilot, and pilots are either hit or miss depending on the show. Some people get off to a rough start, and I mean, I don't know if, you know, the CW and Warner Brothers has monies. I know that they can pour money into the show and make it better. But I just felt it's just something missing from the show so far. After seeing episode 1, something is missing. There's a little bit more personality missing from this. Like, for instance, when you watch The Flash episode 1, hey, I'm Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. Well, not yet. I'm just a scientist or whatever. And he's going in, and we see Barry, and we like Barry, and we want him, you know, and we're getting to learn more about him. We learned so much about him in just the first episode. But Kane, we're just seeing a lot of flashbacks, a lot of facial features, and just her expression, you know, just trying to do certain stuff. And it was like, I don't really, like, I don't know much about you yet to really feel you. Even in Arrow episode 1, when Oliver Queen stepped on the scene, we learned so much about Oliver in the first episode that he's like, okay, you know what? I want to watch the next one. And it's the same thing for most of the other CW shows. But for some, even with Supergirl, before it was on CW and it was on CBS, it was a similar thing. Like, first episode, you got to know more about Kara, you got to know more about this. In this show particularly, it was just more of like she's just, okay, I'm Kate, this. And I'm guessing they're expecting us to go off of Elseworlds, but there was not much given to us in Elseworlds to begin with her. So that's kind of my only issues. Like, there's so much lack of personality, emotion, and just overall, it's hard for me to love a character that I don't know. How am I supposed to love the character? I don't really know too much about the character. At least, you know, I have some background knowledge from the comic books, but I'm talking about a new viewer watching the show. So it's more like I don't know how to feel about this character and this show at this current point, which is why I didn't want to react to it, because I was literally just staring at the screen like this. Oh, that's cool. And then the whole feminist thing. Now, let's bring that into proportion. I mean, basically the trailer that we saw was all that was in this. It was basically the first episode. There was 1 or 2 lines that were just kind of cheesy or corny, or just kind of felt forced. And don't get me wrong, guys. If you follow me on the channel, you know I have nothing wrong with female superheroes, independent heroes that are women. I have no issues with that at all. I'm actually very supportive of that. I'm very supportive for Captain Marvel. I still am. I've been very supportive of Wonder Woman and a few other female characters. I really do enjoy seeing them do their thing. So I got no issue with that at all whatsoever. But watching this, and I did make a Ruby Rose video thing where I was kind of defending her, and I you know, I will stand by some of what I said, and I'm still behind her, and I still want to see. I feel like she's doing a lot of the stuff for Kate right. I just felt like we need more info. We need more personality with the character. But I feel like she still has a lot of the mannerisms and stuff for Kate down to the T. You know, I still think she's great to play the role. I have no issue, you know, no qualms about that. But as far as like the feminist thing, guys, I mean, if you're worried about that, if it's gonna trigger you that much, just don't watch the show. You know, you don't have to watch. You're not obligated to. Obviously, no one's gonna force you to watch the show. Some people would say I took a bullet for you by watching the show for you and give you my little thoughts and review on this, but I wouldn't see it as that. I mean, it was still had some cool stuff in the show, and like I said, some lines are kind of like, kind of cringy, like, don't say that. Like, I'm supporting you, but don't say that, because you're not supporting yourself by saying that. So there was a lot of stuff like that happened throughout this episode that I was like, just don't do it, okay? Don't do it. But yeah, guys, you know, hit or miss, man. There's some things I liked and things I didn't like, and I'm just very indifferent. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how I feel about the show. The Crow stuff was cool. Her dynamic with her father. The ending of the episode has me interesting because I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting it to end that way, and it ended a certain way that I wasn't expecting. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm with it. I'm down. Awesome. You know, but I was just, I don't really know. I just don't know how I feel about the show altogether. So I mean, pros and cons, like I said, things I like, things I didn't like. Overall, I would give the episode about a 5 out of 10, just because I don't know. Some people are calling it utter trash. I wouldn't jump to that yet, because it's still a pilot episode. Sometimes I give a show about 4 episodes to really grow on me, to kind of see if I really like it. It's still a pilot, so I'm going to be a little bit more lenient with how I feel about it so far, but I got to give it some more time to see how I feel about it down the line, because I'll watch the next 3 episodes. I'll keep on giving you guys reviews. I'm not going to give reactions. I'm not doing that because I already got my week already filled with so much stuff going on right now with the shows coming back. So, but I can't guarantee reactions, but definitely reviews like these I can continue to give you guys. Anyway, guys, that's my little thoughts and on the show so far for episode 1. I know I wrote a couple more things down in my notes, but I don't remember all of it, and I'm recording on my phone. I didn't really think about. I should have screenshot and put it to another device, but I didn't do that. But either way, I hope you enjoyed my little review or brief thoughts on the subject. Like I said, more things I may have to add to it later on as time goes by. Again, just to break down, some parts were boring, some parts were not. Some parts are gloomy, some parts were not. It wasn't too much comedy in this. It was more like dealing with some serious subjects. Some characters are like meh. The whole show is right now is just meh. Didn't really get me hyped or pumped for the next one. So I'm just gonna go keep on saying the same thing over and over again. So let me just end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, man. Clockmaster out.